Today we find ourselves caught in this in-between time. For Christ has been crucified, and he is buried, and we are not sure what to do. We sit in this place of uncertainty, this place of death. And as we find ourselves in this place, we turn to the book of Lamentations. Hear this reading from Lamentations chapter 3. I am the man who has seen affliction by the rod of his wrath. He has driven me away and made me walk in darkness rather than light. Indeed, he has turned his hand against me again and again all day long. He has made my skin and my flesh grow old, and he has broken my bones. He has besieged me and surrounded me with bitterness and hardship. He has made me dwell in darkness like those long dead. He has walled me in so I cannot escape. He has weighed me down with chains. Even when I call out or cry for help, he shuts out my prayer. He has barred my way with blocks of stone. He has made my paths crooked. I remember my affliction and my wandering, the bitterness and the gall. I well remember them, and my soul is downcast within me. Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man to bear the yoke while he is young. Let him sit alone in silence, for the Lord has laid it on him. Let him bury his face in the dust. There may yet be hope. That's where we find ourselves on this Holy Saturday, in a place of uncertainty, in a place of wondering what is next. Again, we find ourselves sitting with the reality that Jesus is dead. We're not really quite sure what to do. It feels like we have been sucker punched, and we're kind of wandering aimlessly. We find ourselves in a moment a bit like this due to coronavirus. There is uncertainty. The future is murky at best. We're not quite sure what to do. And so we may find ourselves aimlessly wandering, wondering, what do I do? Is God even there? How can I expect anything good to come? But Lamentations shows us and reminds us that even in the midst of death, God is still there. God is still in charge. God is still holy. That the Lord is good to those whose hope is in him. So we find ourselves on this day between the crucifixion on Good Friday and Easter coming tomorrow. And we sit in a place of death. We sit in a place of uncertainty. And we sit in a place where we continue to call out to God, where we say, we may not be able to feel it right now, God, but we still trust in you. So in order to fully appreciate what happens on that Easter Sunday with the empty tomb, we really have to sit in this place of death and of uncertainty on this Holy Saturday.